A long time ago, Holy Hit was indeed close to 6k, maybe even 6k, but, you know, almost everyone's MMR has gone down a little bit, because obviously the player base went a bit smaller, so it's really hard to maintain. Like, if you were 6k 2 years ago, that doesn't mean that you can get 6k right now. Alright, ready? I'm ready, Jumy is ready, Future is ready, Indy is ready. Second series of the night, guys. I kind of want to grab myself a drink, but we'll do it after game 1. We're gonna start things off on Ghost River. Second map would be Oceanborn. Third map would be Post Youth. Fourth map Crimson. And the last map would be Amphion. Amphion. I don't actually remember that. And Crimson, I think, is Crimson Court. I'm learning the new maps tonight as well. I know about as much as you guys. Let's do it. Second series of the night means the winner gets $80. The loser gets 20 buckies. Kenny Bass, redeem the hug. Bring it in, mate. Big boy hug. We'll do Jumy at the top.
Let's get it on.
Cell says 5.1 is the new 6k. It's not quite that extreme, but I think 5.6k these days is very similar to what 6k used to be. I think that's pretty fair, but not 5.1.
Round 1, fight.
Kinda short, but it is what it is. It's not about how long the hug lasts, mate. It's about the love and passion we bring within the hug. Top left side of Ghost River. We are looking at the main base of a German Protoss. A youngster, he's a streamer, also organizes his own tournament. Recently had a very frustrating best of 5 in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, where he lost against Uthermals random. I felt bad for Jumy, that was a painful one, so I thought let's ask him again. This is ForJumy, representing Freiburg Esports. Top right side, we are looking at the main base of the man that's still representing Macherino Esports, hailing from the United States of America, Joseph Newgarden, as I like to call him. Future. That's not actually his name, but his first name is Joseph. Future had a great run in the European Pro Tour Weekly, and if you have a great run in that tournament, I will pretty much always reward you with a little invite to the Big Brain Bouts. Congrats on the W, Graf. Good series, mate. Actually, a very good series. Well done. Proud of you. I knew that it would be close between you guys, but I would have picked Holy Hit. If I have to be honest, if I could have wagered my imaginary internet channel points, I probably would have picked Holy Hit as well. So. Kudos, amigo. Future goes Reaper, double Reaper. Fast expand. We'll take it from there. In my tiny break, I stepped outside because my neighbors are tearing down the fence. And right in the middle of my break, they're like, so what do you do? And I was like, oh god. I got 90 seconds to explain my weird job. It's like, you know, if you watch football, there's a commentator, right? They're like, yeah. I was like, well, when people play computer games, there's also a commentator. That's me. They're like, oh. Wait, there's lag. Who's lagging? Don't tell me it's me. ForJumy. Painful moment for Jumy to lag, by the way. As obviously there's a Reaper in the back of his main. German internet, guys. This is something that does not happen very often to us in the Big Brain Bouts. Obviously, we can resume this game from replay, if necessary. I'm sure Future would like to resume this game from replay, because he's off to a pretty good start. He's going to get a scout off, already killed a probe. He's going to kill more probes. I think we're going to have to resume this. Unfortunate. German internet. The richest country in Europe.
Game
hey,
paused.
Look at that! We give Germany a compliment. And they're saved. Or not. Yes? No? Are we back? Deutschland? Einmal bitte? Vielleicht? Nein? Obviously very unfortunate for Jumy, but I think it kind of started happening after he already pulled the probe, so it shouldn't make a big difference in. We have paused the game, and we are waiting for Jumy's internet to stabilize. Alright, Jumy is in the end still dead. German internet 1, BASILISK Big Brain Bouts 0. And we're just going to resume this game from replay. Because the opening build orders were already chosen, and obviously Future was off to a good start. So we'll just give Jumi a second. Indy will set it up. We have our veteran admin Indy, who is no stranger to this. He's done this many times. Let's hope that Jumi is okay. I don't know if Jumi is also streaming. He has a Twitch channel. He does stream the ForJumy Cup. Let's take a look. Was he streaming? No. Jumi is not live at the moment, so hey, while Jumi is offline, check out Roddy. Thanks, Jumi. How sweet of you. Yeah. I want to take was Future streaming? I don't think so, no. We have to obviously figure out where exactly we resume the game from replay, because every single second is important. I think the game crashed in the end at 225. We can do like 223. I kind of have to see it. Alright. Future is okay with 223, so if he's okay with it, then I'm okay with it. Now we just have to wait, guys. While we wait for Jumi to fix his internet, I can go ahead and get that drink that I was eyeing, but I didn't want to delay our second series of the night. One thing that's actually a bit of a problem is that Future does not have too much time for this series. He has a flight to catch. And I think he needs to go to the airport in like a little over an hour. Normally that would not have been a problem, but when this kind of stuff happens, it could become a problem. Serious prediction about the upcoming match? It's tough. I think it's really close between these guys. Since it looked like Future is going to win game 1 because I like his build, I like his start. Maybe we'll go with Future. Future 3-2. Back-to-back 3-2s. That's my prediction. Hello. Test. I don't know if Jumi is maybe writing me on the Discord. Let me take a look. He is online on Battle.net, but not necessarily on Starcraft 2 Battle.net. He's also offline at Discord. Are we okay, amigo? You want to change your bet? No. We'll give Jumi a couple minutes. We're not really in a rush because we always plan an hour for every single best of 5. But as I said, Future is in a bit of a rush. There is a small chance that we have to call an audible down the line if Future does not have enough time. And we'll wrap it up on a different day. It is what it is. This should not have been an issue, but yeah. Nobody really controls technology and what the internet does. It has never ever happened that we have started a series and we didn't finish it, or that we announced a series and we didn't actually play it. This would be a first. After almost a perfect year of Friday evenings. Is it actually happening? 53 editions went perfectly fine. Alright, Jumi is back on Battle.net. Technology is the vehicle for esports clip. What about this being a piggyback broadcast? So, yeah, guys. Piggyback broadcast. I don't know what else is. What do you think is going to happen? Prediction for Scotland. The Netherlands versus Scotland. I assume that we're going to beat them. I'll say 3-0. Yeah, that's tonight. I don't care much about these friendlies, to be completely honest. I say 3-0 for the Netherlands. Then the one against Germany on Tuesday, that one is kind of exciting. The one tonight, I don't care much about. Anyway, Jumi is back. And we're going to try again. So we're going to resume game 1 from replay. I apologize about the delay, but these things can happen. Fingers crossed that it doesn't happen again. A lot of injuries though. Yeah, I think in the old days it made sense because the football calendar wasn't really all that busy, but these days there are so many leagues, so many games to look forward to that I don't know if friendlies really have a purpose. Alright. Future is ready. Jumi is ready. A Reaper is here. Did we already kill that one probe? No, we didn't. I mean, this is a tough moment. Boom. One shot, one kill, guys.
One shot, one kill.
Alright, exactly the same as we had it before the disconnect, and now we obviously hope that Jumi's internet no longer lets us down. That adept is about to come out. 2 probes have already died. Will it be number 3 that falls here? Oh yes it is. Future is a great Reaper player, man. What a start. And don't forget that he's playing 3 racks behind this. I would be incredibly unhappy if I was ForJumy. Future has scouted the Stargate as well. That adept does not want to go to the low ground because that would open the doors for the main base one more time. Perfect grenade. Oh, what a grenade. What a grenade by Future. Gets another probe. And he wants more. By the looks of it, he's going to get more. Not quite, but saves the Reaper, so that's something too. Incredibly rough start for Jumi. You guys know how I feel about the state of PvT. I don't think that it's as dramatic as some people. Wow, a Void Ray? What? What? Is he reading this as a 1 base all in? Oh my god, he's so dead. We are playing on the Neil Maple tonight, yes. Neil Maple, but old patch, because the patch is not set in stone yet. They're still making changes to it. So that's why I went with the old patch, but Neil Maps. Guys, Jumi is Omega dead, isn't he? Once upon a time, our friend Nathania said, "This man is so dead, he may as well be playing this game from his coffin." One of my favorite lines that anybody has ever spoken in a cast of video games. And I think Jumi is Omega dead here. Sure, he's got a 6 work elite, he's got an expand. But I feel 20 Marines with Stim will show up, and he's not going to have anything that is good against the guy with the gun. We have a subscriber that's called Daddy Chill, Chorizo. But I have not seen him yet tonight. Jumi goes for Resonating Glaive at depth. Alright. I guess. So Resonating Glaive Adept can sometimes be good against Bio, but that's really only the case if Bio shows up in very small numbers and the Adepts show up in overwhelming numbers. Here I don't really see it have much of an impact. This is a strong army, it's a terrifying army. The 2 Marauders are going to be tanky boys. Like maybe in a perfect world the Void Ray kills the 2 Immortals quickly and then the Adepts with Glaive kill all the Marines. But are we living in a perfect world? No. Alright, well, let's see. Future sees his army and he does not want to throw it away. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't think you have to. I feel like that would have been an interesting fight. Stim forward, kill the battery. Kind of curious to see how that would go. I think it would have gone well for Bio. But the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Because Glaive is actually about to finish up now. But you can obviously just sit at home. You can get a bunker. And if you force the Protoss with Resonating Glaive to attack into you, that should end very bad for the toss. Future does obviously need to get back to his natural. He's going to see that Shade finish up. He's going to see the gateway here too now. I think he saw it. He sees the gate. He sees the adapts. He's going to see more. I would stim here in battle. I think you're going to have to stim in battle, my friend. Oh, he does kind of get trapped. He's going to lose all of these units. But the reinforcements have arrived from the top side of the map. 4 Marines, 4 more Marauders. Well, the Future does not want to stick around too long. Says, you know what? I think time is on my side. And he's not wrong. I wouldn't hate pulling a couple of SCVs here, by the way, to save your bunker. If this was ever going to work for Jumi, it's right here, right now, with the way that this is all played out. I didn't think that he had a chance in this game. It's starting to really look like something. Resonating Glaive Adept against Stim Bio. Where are these medevacs? Low HP Bio, but obviously every single Marine that pops is going to pack a punch. And that's minus 20 SCVs. Future in definitely some trouble. The bunker is completely empty. More Marines are dying. 2 Void Rays have never looked better. Is it going to be enough for Jumi? I think it is, because there is no anti-air Wow. I cannot believe it. Jumy wins the game. With Void Rays and Resonating Glaive Adept, it is daylight robbery. Because he had no business winning this game. I think if Future stims into the natural, he is completely fine. If he stims back to his own natural, he is completely fine. If he repairs his bunker, he's okay. That's crazy. Maybe indeed a few too many Marauders towards the end, but I mean still, that's crazy. The Undertaker wins. Robbery. There are countries around this planet where you would get arrested for trying to win that game. Down in workers, no forge, no transition. Just some adepts with glaive and 2 void rays. This may actually be the only time in history that void rays looked great against Terran. Classic predictions for bad sides. I don't know what that means, mate. Obviously, it's a best of 5. It's only a 1-0 lead, but that was a Omega throw and robbery. Kudos to Jumy for finding like that one potential shot of trying to make something of this game, making the second void, actually catching that army that moved out, that didn't commit to the fight. Well, if he would have fought there, Glaives wasn't done yet. I think it would have been a fantastic fight, making it almost impossible for Future to have all of his forces sync up, because Bio obviously performs a lot better if he can just stand there, shoot kite. A lot of things had to go well for Jumy to make something of that game. And they did. If I was Future, I'd be mauling a little bit. Not going to lie.
Round 2. Fight!
Top left side. Great start. Even better follow-up. Looked like it was going to be a free win. It turned into a very surprising L. Down 0-1, but obviously still a lot of Starcraft to be played in this best of 5. This is the American Terran player, Future. Bottom right side, the man who was pretty much dead and buried, but showed us that if the Undertaker can do it, he can do it too. This is where I kind of need Kalaris or Wadi. Actually, I don't know about Wadi. I feel like Kalaris is nerding out over WWE with someone else. I forgot who it is. There are 2 people in the Starcraft scene that are very passionate about WWE, but I'm not one of them. So I sort of know the Undertaker and Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin, but that's about it. Anyway, bottom right side, 1-0 lead for our German Protoss, Freiburg Esports ForJumy. I'm sad that he wasn't streaming, because I would have loved to see his reaction after that one. Those are the absolute best victories, where you feel like you have no business winning a game, where you already hate everything that has happened, and you hate even more the direction that you're heading, and then you still win. Those feel like a double win. John Cena is part of it as well, yeah. I know that Ronda Rousey did some WWE. And I think one of the Pauls. Maybe both of the Pauls. I think Logan Paul does WWE. Other than that, I know nothing. Kalaris knows everything, though. If you guys ever meet Kalaris at an esports event and you're a fan of WWE, you should absolutely nerd out with him. He will tell you everything that he needs to know. He even flies to England to watch the events over there in Wembley and whatnot. Yeah, The Rock. I thought the Rock had something to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, or is that somebody different? Whatever. I mean, Jumy's got to be feeling really good, because in that first game, he had an absolutely disastrous start. This game is going to have a much better start. We are back on Oceanborn, one of the maps that is going to survive the cut. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm kind of done with Oceanborn. I don't hate it. It's not that I think it's a bad map. I've seen it enough. I would have gladly replaced Oceanborn with some other random brand new map. Even if it's a bad map, I don't really care. After all these months of Oceanborn and it actually making it through almost every single veto process, I've seen enough of it, but well, whatever. We can't always get what we want. And at least we got some new maps. 5 of them in total. Future opening up with Hellions, but Jumy is all over it. Is he going to see them pop? Not quite. But if you don't see a Cyclone roll down that ramp, you kind of know. It's going to pass by the Adept. That's interesting. Jumy may have to temporarily go for a full wall off here. Follow-up is interesting too. 2 Cyclones and a Medevac. Be great against Stargate, not so great against Twilight Council, I think. Then again, if they make it into the back of the main and there is no shield battery, maybe 2 Cyclones and a Medevac have crazy potential. Jumy is going to get a safety battery in the natural, so he should never die. But he could still take damage, right? Interesting follow-up with Rex number 2 and 3. I think the Reaper wall is not totally complete. I think that's a perfectly fine Reaper wall. I mean, we don't have a Reaper, so we'll never know, but it looks fine to me. Medevac with double Cyclone, guys, is going to show up in the back of the natural, but as I said, we have that safety batteries. I don't think that you're gonna get that much done here, unless Jumy messes up, and Jumy does lose 1 Stalker very quickly. He's now in danger of losing a second Stalker, loses Stalker number 2 as well. And the 2 Cyclones are still alive, so Future is gonna turn something that didn't look all that promising into something I think he's gonna be pretty happy with. Killed 5 probes and 2 Stalkers. I know the Hellions killed some probes as well. Well, pretty good, to be fair. Could have gone a lot worse for Future. No, definitely would not say that this start is as bad for Jumy as the previous game. The previous game, the start was legit awful. And he should not win that game, even with the smart build order, question mark, that he chose. There are many moments where that build would not have looked smart at all. This is not a bad start, but he took a little too much damage against the Cyclones, but everything else went fine. Snipes the Medevac now, has an Adept in the natural. That actually got some friendly fire from the tank to soften up SCVs. I don't hate Jumy's spot. It's too early to celebrate. I don't want to say that I think Jumy is like winning this game. He is down 15 supply, but Oceanborn, pretty long map. You can kite, there's potential. You have an observer. It's going double forge. Future though, guys, is an SCV pooler. Some of these American Terrans are very good in knowing when to bring the boys to the other side of the map. He's currently only working with triple barracks. I feel most of the time if you pull SCVs you want to go 5 racks. So he's going to drop another command center. I think this would have been a good moment to go 5 racks and just bring all the boys to the other side of the map. Create a bit of a meat wall for your bio units against zealots. Meat shield. Jumy is building 3 probes at a time. I don't think he's really chrono boosting his workers that much. I think we've been chrono boosting the forges, maybe the Twilight Council a tiny bit. All the gates are about to come online. Needs to be careful. Do we have a Guardian Shield? Yes. I think Jumy should be able to hold, but you also need to still buy a little bit of time. This army currently not big enough, I think. I think you need a tiny bit more. A few more units. We have a couple of Zealots coming in from the bottom. Stalkers coming in from the top. Not the prettiest fight ever, but I do think it's going to be good enough, as both tanks were able to fall rather quickly. Final Marines will stand their ground and fight. Look at the impact that the Guardian Shield has on that fight. Future is now going to stim the reinforcements to the other side of the map, so both of them are just F2A moving now in the center. Man, if you're Jumy and you know you're playing double forge, you're pretty happy with these kinds of fights. Do we have any observers left? No, 0 ops. He's gonna split off a zealot. Send a low HP zealot. Or build an observer. Widowmine count at 6. 6 Widowmines against zealots only, guys. Has a lot of potential. Jumy is playing a little reckless style here, going up to 4 bases without a splash damage, as people so often say. Future attempted a Widowmine drop in the natural, but that one gets denied. This is not that big of an army though. I don't know if armies of this size can really be on the other side of the map against 8 gate Zealot Stalker, 9 gate double forge. Burrow, burrow, burrow. You need to burrow, mate. Widowmine shots are going to be very good here, but I still think Future is going to lose all of these units. I mean, the Widowmine shots were absolutely fantastic. This is about as good of a fight as Future could ever take, as he has dropped a Widowmine in the main. He's going to drop a Widowmine in the natural. Not the best shot. Unlucky. Those Widowmine connections were about as big as they could ever be. We can't force the boy. I'm ready for a Magneth whenever. My MMR keeps on going down. So that should give our boy Magneth some confidence that he can take down Roddy. Like he predicted in Saudi Arabia last summer. He said a couple months, it's almost been a year, but well, we might be getting there real quick. I don't know if Jumy should attack Future, by the way, guys. That fight in the bottom side was legitimately kind of shockingly bad. As we're going to get another Widowmine drop. Are we pulling the probes? Yes, we are. And the cannon is very useful. Wow. Only loses 2 probes to kill 1 Widowmine and pretty much guarantee a kill on the second one too. As long as he does not F2 this Zealot away. The armies are moving past each other in the center of the map. So Jumy is going to jump on this. Has a War Prism. War Prism is going to be able to warp in a bunch of Zealots. Drop Zealots rather in the natural. And warp in Zealots in the main. And that medevac from the Widowmine drop flew over the Protoss army in the center. There's so many mines here as well though. I mean, Jumy is playing crazy. He's playing this like he's 25 workers and 3 bases ahead. He's not, but he is going to be able to maybe kill this orbital stalkers. Do they have enough DPS? They very rarely do. Repair is insane. Didn't work out, guys. Jumy with the triple prong attack, and it did not quite work out. We need some robo units. That is exactly what he's going to do now. How many gases is our boy working with? Only 3. Jumy really is playing this like he is richer than Pablo Escobar in his prime. Meanwhile, I say the Future is mining pretty much as he is. He's gonna go for the orbital snipe round 2. The repair was a little bit late, to be fair. But the orbital does live, and he's gonna pay the price for it with 2 Stalkerinos. Upgrades are looking good. 2-2 against 1-1. Now we have some Zealots storming into this base. That indeed got very close. This Observer is doing God's work. Now it has been revealed that there is an Observer. Otherwise the Zealots will never be able to see these Widow mines. Future, those mines are cloaked. If Zealots are attacking them, it means they are being revealed. First Disruptor out. Second Disruptor has popped as well. It's not quite with the main army yet. And number 3 and 4 on the way. The upgrade advantage on Jumy's side, guys, is about to be freaking massive. What is this? Holden against upper 3? 3-3 against 1-1? Not quite at minute 9, but I know it was heaven, by the way. Oh, Nova! Careful, Future. Good Nova. I don't know if the Terran can really take this fight, guys. Upgrades matter. And we are down 2 full upgrades. EMP lands on a couple of the units. Double steam. Widow mines on the high ground are going to get very good shots off. At least one of them does. The second one so-so. Another tiny Zealot run by has made it past the depots and the Widow mine. And with the upgrades that we are looking at, the supplies are too close. Earlier I didn't hate the game for Future, but 4 base Protoss, double Robo Bay, 3-3 upgrades. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. Nice EMP on the Observer, but there are 2 additional Observers out. Zealots think about going for it in the end. Will not. Future has half an army, by the way, that's ready to stim into the natural. There is a Disruptor here. The Disruptor is going to fire. EMP gets dropped. Future just guns it down immediately. Widowmine deals a bit of friendly fire. Nice multi-prong. Maybe go for the natural here, Future. Because you still have all those units on the left, and Jumy is obviously aware of the fact that he still has all those units there. Disruptors got close. Few EMPs landed. Future sees another Disruptor and guns that one down too. He's taking really good fights. This is 1-1 against 3-3. And the man is taking good fights. How am I going to explain that to the children that are watching this stream? And hopefully there are not too many and they're all above the age of 14. But still. More Zealots getting picked up. Jummy's playing reckless this game. It's gonna lose these Zealots. Fired a Nova here and he whiffed. Earlier, the units lost resource tab. Showed us that the losses were kind of even. And the numbers were close. Right now, not that close. Jumy losing 2.8k more. And he really has not been mining that much more throughout the game. Like little spikes here and there during the solid run-bys. And the Stalkers. That Nova, though, is good. What else are we doing here? Gets 2 of the Widow Mines. Don't think he's going to be able to save this 5th base. The Colossus show up without extended thermal lens. And that is apparently good enough for now. There are still some Widow Mines here. His Future is also battling in the bottom side of the map. Jumy even getting +1 shields. Just getting everything. All the upgrades. Well, great game on Oceanborn. Right when I say that, I'm starting to get a bit tired of Oceanborn. We are witnessing a pretty unique one here. Where Protoss has been far ahead in the upgrades for the vast majority of the game. Tried to end it, couldn't quite end it. Nice forward blink, snipes both of the ghosts immediately. Don't know if that was luck or skill. Great job here by Future though, avoiding those Novas as he now feels that this is the moment to take that fight. The upgrades still are heavily in favor of Jumy. It does feel like the Colossus are going to be a little bit exposed, but the Zealots have done some work on the left side. Where is Future's army? It is just Medivacs flanking the Colossus, and that's not good enough. So in the end, Jumy turns this very awkward fight in the center of the map into a victory. And that victory is good enough to straight up win the game. An action-packed 15-minute PvT where Jumy played reckless, aggressive, but hey, got the job done. The power of upgrades, even if he ate a couple of massive Widow Mine shots to the face. Our German Protoss ForJumy. Obviously with server advantage for this series tonight. Takes the 2-0 lead. It's an impressive game by Jumy. As we are now going to load into one of the new maps again. It will be post-youth, the one with the in-base gold, or half gold rather. Not sure if I've ever seen one stim whole game. You mean as in like you think he double stimmed many times? Because he definitely stimmed many times. And he did not always double stim. I saw plenty of moments where he only stimmed once. I just think he was forced to stim so much because Protoss units, if they are ahead in upgrades, survive a lot longer. So then you stim, and that's not the end of the fight because the units just stay alive. So then you're forced to stim again and again. I think there was this moment where Jumy had that army in the bottom left and he was battling that disruptor near shield battery overcharge between the natural and the 3rd base. I like what he did there in the beginning. Then I think he should have ran towards the right into the natural of Jumy. Because if you pull those units away from the 3rd, you obviously split the Protoss up way further apart. And then you're battling at the 4th and natural, which is way better than the triangle base and the 4th, which are right next to each other. But it is what it is. Our American Terran is down 0-2. Can we start turning things around?
Round 3. Fight.
Sending out an SCV very early that is going to say hello to the probe. Top right side, guys. USA Terran down 0-2. My man, Joseph, aka the Future. After the SCV got revealed, he's sending it back. Bottom left side had a tough Big Brain Bouts best of 5 not too long ago against Uthermal. If you guys missed that one, you can obviously always watch it back on the YouTube channel. This is the German Protoss ForJumy. Freiburg Esports up 2-0. No Future will really be kicking himself for not finding a way to win that first game. Because that was not a build that our man was supposed to lose against. That was not a position that he was ever supposed to lose from. I would like to resume that game from replay. And just stim into the natural. Before Resident Enclave was done. And I think even a bad fight is going to be kind of okay-ish there. Maybe not quite enough to win the game. I do think you get cleaned up by reinforcements. Probably would not have gone that well. After the SCV got revealed by that probe, Future decided not to build a barracks on the other side of the map. And he's just going to build the barracks at home. And he's going to follow this up with a command center on location. Inside of his own main. Because that is the beauty of this map. If you're Future now, by the way, this is kind of scary. Now he doesn't see me if you're Jumy. Now Jumy doesn't seem to be mega scared yet. He's gonna Chrono Boost out in the depth. I don't know if I would have been gutsy, ballsy enough to just play one gate fast expand here. But okay. Jumy is not afraid of what Future can throw at him. Wonder if he plays a Stargate here or not. Seems that our American Terran is gonna go back to at least a 2-Rex opening, maybe a 3-Rex. We'll see if he drops another one. You can obviously play 2-1-1 in some weird scenarios against Protoss too. It's a bit of a mind game. It's not considered to be a great build against Protoss, but it could work. Jumy is trying to see as much as he can. This setup would scream 3-Rex to me. It's not a 3-Rex because it's only 2. If you see the reactor, you see the Marines on the high ground. Getting so many messages. Some of these people. I'm doing my best. There are certain emails that I just can't respond. It's like the corporate life as a streamer. I never really thought I would have that. I obviously have control over most things, but sometimes you just wait for an answer. And if you don't get an answer, you can't answer any other emails. You can obviously answer with no update, but I'm sorry, you can send 3 more. There's nothing I can do. I'm doing my best. But I digress. As we are just macroing up here. 2-0 lead for our German Protoss in the second best of 5 of the night. It's gonna take 4 gas very early. 4 gas, triple gate, Robo, Twilight. I just wanna... I don't know what is this. Templar Archives? Okay. Gonna try to make some of these Korean Protosses proud. Meanwhile, Future is gonna get a missile turret in his natural and in his main. So he seems to think that there is a good chance that ForJumy has played Stargate, that Jumy is maybe banking up some Phoenixes at home and is trying to intercept a Widowmine drop or a Hellion drop, Cyclone, whatever, and that then the Phoenixes will fly to the other side of the map. That is not the case. There is no Stargate. This is somewhat useful against storm drops, but not mega useful.
Complete.
Because obviously the War Prism can just come in from like here, and yeah, War Prism can come in from here, so it's not gonna do a whole lot for the American Terran player. Because he is gonna go 4-Rex, 1 factory. No, 5. Alright. So 2 base, 5-Rex. That is a play. Could pull the SCVs, but SCV pools are not mega great against Storm. And Storm will finish up, guys. It's already 65-70% done. Jumy doesn't have the best economy that the world has ever seen. But if you're able to land a couple of fat Storms in the middle of all these Marines or on top of SCVs, if SCVs will get pulled, and I think there is a chance that they will, 2 great Storms is perhaps all it takes here for the German Protoss. Future is going to siege up a tank and he's going to push these Stalkers away. First 2 Medevacs almost out. We don't have a War Prism? I find that a bit surprising. Immortal. Maybe Jumy knows about a couple of great flanking spots. High Templar count at 3. High Templar count now at 4. Storms have crazy potential on Marines. Against the tanks and the Marauders, it's not gonna be all that hot. 66 army supply against 34. Great Storm here by Future. This is an absolutely fantastic Storm. Because now you know there are High Templars. And now you know that you need to siege your tanks up early. And take your sweet time. Still no War Prism. Now that Storm, I think, is that scan is a game saver against Storm. Because now Future knows that he shouldn't clump up his army too much. as he tries to pick off a High Templar. Don't think he succeeded. There's some extra units coming in from the top. Zealots are waiting for those Marines though. And for that tank, Medevacs can boost. Or the Marines are just gonna stim forward. Alright, just wall off, mate. Save some units at home. Focus on your push and just wall off. Or kill all these Zealots, and I guess we're gonna recall. I think 3 Zealots will get picked off though. It's only 2. Jumy thinks about going for it right when a couple of the units went home to defend against that Zealot run by. But I don't know if that was really the greatest move ever by Jumy. Lost the Immortal, lost 2 of the High Templars. I think he thought Future brought home a few more units than he actually did. It's been a very slow, methodical push by Future, but that's what you want to do against High Templars that have Storm. As a Liberator has shown up in the mix now as well. And this seems almost impossible for Jumy, but he showed us that impossible is nothing in Game 1. So maybe he can land some absolutely insane storms here in Game 3 as well and get the clean sweep. But to me, it's starting to look like this will go to a Game 4 because we are all out of Storm, we are all out of Protoss units. And just like that, after 8 minutes and 20 seconds, convincing win by Future. That one scan, guys, changed everything. Because the one thing that I would not expect if I am Future there is Storm. So I would be confident to keep my army close together, which is actually a good thing against like Zealots in case you get flanked and whatnot. So normally you kind of walk up in one big ball and then you try to siege relatively close. But that scan revealed all the High Templars. And at that point you're like, oh, okay. And so now I'll start sieging up over here. You split up the bio and you play it slow and steady. Funny how the turret got the ups. Probably saved him a scan. Yeah, I can't really blame Jumy for that, because I would also not expect the man to have double missile turret in his main in a game where you don't have a Stargate, have not shown anything that is indicating you got Stargate. Well. 37 minutes past the hour. Score is 2-1 in favor of Jumy. And Game 4 will be on Crimson Court. This is a map, guys, that has an insane amount of rocks. If you guys like rocks, you know, like that MTV show, Pimp My Car, we put rocks on top of rocks on top of rocks. You can spend like minutes killing rocks in this game. Redeem Cocas with Roddy. We can do that on Monday, mate. If you want to do it on Monday, you are the first one in line. I cannot let you Cocas on the Friday night. But if you want to do it on Monday, we'll do it on Monday. If not, I'll give you the points back. And we'll wait. Maybe Sunday night would work as well. Sunday against the Jumy Cup. So if you want to do that, we can do that too.
Round 4. Fight.
Have we ever casted together? I feel like I don't know your username. Bottom left side of Crimson Court. We are looking in the main base of our German Protoss. Still in the lead. The 2-base storm opening did not work out. This is Freiburg Esports for Jumy. Where are the rocks? Rocks, rocks, rocks. 3 different versions of rocks, guys. And they all have 2000 HP. Rocks, debris, whatever. Top right side winning Game 3 with a very well executed Marine Marauder tank push and a great scan on top of the High Templars. This, the American Terran Future. His barracks is about to be scouted. This is the worst moment ever. Oh no, this barracks is not gonna finish up, guys. There is no amount of Terran RNG that's gonna save you here. I think... Wait, what? No, that doesn't work. This is... Oh my goodness. Total disaster. An absolute and total disaster for Future. As he's now sending 2 more SCVs to the other side of the map to finish up this barracks. But this is so bad. I mean, with these 2, he is gonna be able to finish it up. Now another probe. Was thinking about joining in the fun. But now we've had 3 SCVs, guys. That went from the top right side all the way to the bottom side of the map. Just to finish up a barracks. The Reaper is going to be late. We'll probably not get a whole lot. Maybe 1 probe. I don't think you're going to get a lot more than 1 probe here. Very big oof indeed for the man who's down 1-2. Great feeling for Jumy. I don't like that spot overall to build the barracks. But One SCV has already fallen against a probe, and the second SCV is very low on HP. This Zealot is just going to get YOLO to the other side of the map. Reaper is aware of it and is looking for it. I mean, even if you get the Zealot here and the Zealot doesn't kill a whole lot, you still gotta be unhappy with this position if you are Future. And I'm sure he is. I'm very curious, guys, what kind of a follow-up he has in mind. Don't lose the Reaper. Whatever you do, do not lose the Reaper. This SCV is going to be a little bit exposed. The grenade is going to try to... Whoa! The Adept is in the main. Okay. I mean... I don't think that either player really planned for that. The Reaper grenade bounced the Adept to the other side of the wall. I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? For now, it looks like it's a pretty good thing for Future. Don't lose this Reaper, please. And he won't. Wow. Insane. Alright. That went as good as it ever could have gone. And now one more Adept is about to run into a Cyclone. Cyclones kill gateway units very, very quick. Is it quick enough to kill this Adept? It's starting to look like it, but it's not quite enough. Yumi now builds a Zealot Charge? Oh my god. But Zealot Charge is going to be terrible against double Cyclone Medevac arrest. What is happening here, guys? The wheels have gone off this series. It's gonna be great in sending a Warp Prism, I guess, into the main and killing some stuff. But if you have to deal with 2 Cyclones and a Medevac, and the only thing you can warp in are Zealots with charge, you're in trouble. Now, good news is that he's still mining some gas, so he can warp in Stalkers, but... let's see. These Stalkers will not have Blink and won't get Blink for quite some time. 2 Stalkers are gonna die so quick, man, and that shield battery is pretty far away. Here come the 2 Reapers, and here come the 2 Cyclones. What will they lock on? The first one lock on the Adept. Just fight. Nice micro on the Medevac. Nice pickup as well. Nice drop. But I think in the end, 5 Stalkers is good enough. Well done by Jumi. Sure, he loses a couple of units here, guys, but this could have gone so much worse. And don't forget that Future has absolutely no idea that this is Zealot Charge. Why would it ever be Zealot Charge if you see an Adept and 5 Stalkers? So now you read this as 4-gate Blink Stalker aggression, or maybe 3-gate Blink Stalker and then they just expand, right? But what it's actually going to be is a Zealot Charge in the main, and at this point Future has nothing that's good against Zealots in charge anymore. Well, 2 Reapers in a choke point. Oh man. Is Jumi actually gonna get away with this? Is Jumi just a god tier gamer? Oh yeah, 4 Zealots inside of the Warp Prism, and he's gonna be able to warp in 4 additional Zealots. That's 8 Zealots with charge. What do you do against 8 Zealots with charge? I think you just step out. Man. What could have been a disaster has turned into an absolutely brilliant scenario for the man that is ForJumy. Defended the Reapers and the Cyclones and the Medevac with just Stalkers that never had Blink. We're not going to Blink anytime soon. And now it's on to these Zealots. There is very little on the side of Future that's good against Zealots with charge. I very rarely see Jumi win with this game. With this build. He loves this build. This time he did. A 3-1 victory for our German Protoss, who shows us that he absolutely still got it. I think highlight of the series was game 1. That game 1 should have never gone Jumi's way. And I think if Future just wins that series, that game, maybe we were looking at a different best of 5. But well done. Well done by the German. The man who's organizing tournaments now for us on the Sunday night. Shows us that he's still an excellent video gamer, as he takes out one of the best American Terran players. Maybe the best American Terran player. Choose prediction outcome. 63% of you guys were with me that the Future was going to win. Jumi wins. In that case, guys, it's kind of turning into a special night. We had, throughout these 54 weeks of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, I think only one night ever where 4 statistical underdogs won. Because obviously we always run the prediction game. And I think throughout the 54 weeks of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, we only ever had one edition where all 4 statistical underdogs according to Twitch Chat 1. So far, the underdog is 2-0. Third series of the night is actually, I think, a very tough one to predict. Rostock, a Ukrainian Protoss versus Fjant, a Swedish Zerg. Will Rostock, Ukrainian P win, or will Fjant, the Swedish Zerg, win? I actually think this is incredibly difficult to predict, because I'm clueless. The other two, I had a feeling. Feeling was maybe wrong, but I have a feeling. To me, this is a bit of a coin toss. I'll give you guys maybe 15 minutes, because I don't know if they're quite ready yet. We'll make it a 15-minute prediction. We are a little bit ahead of schedule anyway. Congrats to ForJumy for winning the 80 buckies. Future will still get 20 bucks that he can now spend at the airport on literally one coffee and a blueberry muffin. Because in this day's economy, that's going to be 20 bucks. Fjant is indeed in Team Roddy. He's actually our longest standing Team Roddy member at the moment. He's been with us for quite some time. Big shout out to our man Jacob. Without Jacob, we couldn't do it. Alright guys, I never got that drink, so we're definitely going to get that drink right now. Take a little break. After that, I'll be back. We've got a very fun, spicy PVZ coming up. These guys are around 5,800 MMR. Sometimes 6k, sometimes a bit less. This is Fjant's profile, guys. 5806. Team Roddy. Where is our man Rostock? I think he plays under a different account. He doesn't want to show us his MMR. But 5.8 against 5.8. I think that's pretty accurate. Tiny break. Be right back.